Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, and indeed this is a live news show for movie fans, where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines of the day, including the new Julia Roberts movie opening up today. Julia Roberts fans unite, because we're going to be watching that movie live today too, here on the channel Mirror Domains. So what's on today's slate? We got a bunch of trailers for Mayhem, Baghead, Black Mold. What's going on there? Mayhem, an action flick. We'll take a look at that. Coyote versus Acme was canceled, but then it's getting shopped around to other studios. We'll see who's picking that up. Twisted Metal 2. Twisted Metal Season 2 is going to go ahead. We'll take a look at, of course, what's opening up this week. But we start off today's show by taking a look at the early frontrunners for visual effects. Rebel Moon, Barbie, Wonka among 20 Oscar visual effects finalists. Well, we will be watching Rebel Moon later this month here on the channel Mirror Domains because it's on Netflix. And the Zack Snyder flick, Rebel Moon, to take over Netflix's homepage with cinematic billboard. Now, I did look at the... I opened Netflix and all it showed me today was Leave the World Behind. But yeah, this is that big actioner, that sci-fi epic. His version of Star Wars, he says, right? Sophia Boutella, Charlie Hunnam, if you care about that. I don't, but Rebel Moon, December 21st. So that's for consideration. For the trailers of Rebel Moon look great. Barbie had a lot of digital backgrounds and stuff like that, CGI sets. Wonka, I don't know. Wonka opens up next Friday, guys. I'll be going to see it next Thursday, or maybe next Thursday. It depends on my schedule. At the least, I'll see it on Friday. So yeah. What else here is in the running? Let's just take a look. Top 20 finalists. Do you guys think, were there visual effects in Oppenheimer? Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? Hell no. God, no. No. That was one of the detriments, was the visual effects. Every scene was shot on a forsaken green screen stage, the bane of my existence. I know that's what I as a filmmaker would want to be filming, all on stages, sound studios and stuff like that. That's the way that I would like to go. They just haven't mastered it yet. We're not quite there. There's a mixture between volume and live action that's sort of getting there. The volume is what the Mandalorian used, but that has to use sparingly. And and when it's done right, like in the Batman, that works, but Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was absolutely shameful. With the amount of CGI schlock that was disgusting, like that. Whatever's here in the back, you can see the line of where the stage ends, right? So no, that's terrible. But let's take a look at that. See if I can pull up that. Yeah. See, now this is volume. This is volume from the Batman, Matt Reeves. All of this is volume. The city is not really there in the background. See, but it feels like it could be there because it's blurred out in the proper way, right? And it worked because of the color palette that they were using. But the wide establishing shots here, the backgrounds, like they're on the sound stage there, and it looks like that looks awesome. That's how you use volume, and you can sort of tell here on the sides that perhaps that is. But that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania it's absolutely shameful. And if it gets nominated, I'll pull my hair out. I'll pull my hair out. What else do you got for me? The Marvels, actually, the Marvels was better. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was pretty good visual effects. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom remains to be seen. I'd say Godzilla -1 would be a shoo-in for... Oh, I hope so. Oh, man, I hope so. Let's take a look at that. Godzilla -1. Yeah, because when he comes ashore, it's awesome. And here's the thing, too. It's like all of this wreckage stuff. That looks great, but yeah, when he's throwing down there, like, for $15 million, the scope of it, it's just phenomenal. I hope Godzilla -1, but it's like when they're on the boats, when they're on the battles ships and stuff, all of that stuff looks great too. Like that looks, wow, devastating. Yeah, hopefully Godzilla -1 is in there. Wonka, I don't know. The creator, Gareth Edwards. Yeah, the creator, I could see up there. That was one of the big selling points, right? I like the creator quite a bit. I understand that it was not everybody's cup of tea. It was a touch long, but visual effects wise, the creator, yeah, I hope that gets nominated. Like, because it was practical. It was that mix of them, just like a small crew going out to the beaches, going out to these remote locations, getting the plates, and then putting in the CG in the background. It wasn't on stages or anything like that, right? Maybe towards the end, but like visual effects wise, yeah, I could see the creator getting in there. That's a good pick in my book. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, nope. So top 20 finalists: Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, no. Aquaman 2, no. Barbie, maybe. The Boys in the Boat, oh yeah, that's that movie about the rowing team, right? George Clooney's rowing team movie comes out at Christmas. I don't know. Yeah, we'll wait and see on that one. The creator, that would be there. That's my number one pick, creator. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Possible. Godzilla -1, that's my second pick. I'd give it to Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It was pretty good. Indiana Jones, nope. Killers of the Flower Moon. What visual effects were in Killers of the Flower Moon? What are you talking about? Get that out of here. That was all shot on practical locations. Maybe some CGI dirt on the ground, maybe some snow or something, maybe some blue skies. I don't know, but no. The Marvels, sadly, no. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. That would be on my pick. That would be my, what? Yeah. So that'd be my number 4. Napoleon, possible. It's possible. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a cartoon, so no, I don't say that. Society Snow, I don't know. We don't know about Rebel Moon just yet. Poor Things is also shot, is very stylish, I don't know. Naiad on Netflix, I need to watch Naiad. That's about the girl that swims, or the woman that swims the English Channel, right? Naiad? Annette Bening? I need to watch that. I'll put that on my must-see list. Transformers Rise of the Beast, nah, that one came and went. But we've got some good picks in there. Some questionable ones. What do you guys think? Let me know what your picks are in the comments below. Chris Schober in the live chat says, hey. Artglass says, I'd say Godzilla -1 will be a shoe-in for effects. I hope so. I really hope so. All right, guys. So if you didn't know, we are a live news show. We talk movie news here live daily. Well, not daily. We used to be daily, but we may go back to that. I don't know. There are my other social media handles. Let's talk about what's opening up this week in the theaters and online. Starting with Julia Roberts. The headline story, guys. Julia Roberts stars in Leave the World Behind. 2 hours and 18 minutes. So it's just under 2.5 hours there, guys. Maybe I'll switch the time to 2:45 then. Yeah, maybe. Sorry, 12:45 instead of 12:30. I want to have time to have my breakfast and get ready, prepared for Leave the World Behind. I do want to watch this because it's kind of like a synopsis. A family's getaway to a luxurious rental home takes an ominous turn when a cyber attack knocks out their devices and 2 strangers appear at the door. Yeah, it's very dystopian kind of thing. Like computers go down. I think electricity also goes down. It's kind of like the world's falling apart. You don't know who to trust. Boats running ashore. My God. Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, Kevin Bacon. Looks like it's going to be a stellar cast. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. My only question remains, though, James. You didn't do a check here. Leave the World Behind Parents Guide. I don't think that there will be any nudity in this. Do you know, Kevin Bacon has not been shy from showing his bacon in the past, so maybe we'll see. I don't know. A young woman wears a bikini at the pool. Okay, so no, nothing there. Woman shares a long hug with a man. Why is that under nudity? If there's no nudity, don't list it. A woman isn't wearing a bra most of the movie, and you can see her nips through the shirts. Well, that's not nudity, guys. A woman shares a hug with a man who is not her husband. It looks like it might go further, but they stop. Don't. Yeah. So there's no nudity. Yeah. So we're fine. We're fine. We'll be watching that. Trailers look great. It's going to be curious. I want to see this because Julia Roberts in kind of like a dystopian kind of doomsday scenario. She's never really done anything like that before. So come join us for that on the channel. And then in theaters, The Boy and the Heron, Hayao Miyazaki's final film, definitively his final film, he says, right? He did Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. Looking forward to that. And I will be seeing the English version. Some theaters are playing the Japanese version with subtitles. I know if purists out there would say you should see it in Japanese first, James, but Hayao Miyazaki does such a great job that, like, the mouths, it's animation, so it's kind of like the mouths move a certain way. If it were live action, then yes, I would go see the Japanese version first, just like I saw Godzilla -1 in Japanese. I saw it subtitled, but since it's animation, I want to see the American voices with Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale, Dave Bautista. So I'll be seeing this at the 3:45. That's why we got to do the show at, well, I guess 12:45. I can move back the 12:30 slot to 12:45, and we'll just have to play it. We'll roll with the tape. So I'm seeing it today, 2 hours and 4 minutes. So I'm seeing two 2-hour films this afternoon. Hey, that's what we do here on the channel, man. Mirror Domains, because we love movies. I love movies. I love talking about movies with you guys. What else? Is there anything else opening up? We got some Christmas movies going. Sam Bahadur in Hindi film. Spirited, a musical with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. That one is absolutely getting no press. It must be streaming somewhere as well. They're just giving it a small theatrical run. The Shift is still playing in limited release. Animal, Renaissance, Napoleon, Wish, Hunger Games. Yeah, Hunger Games. That's still going strong, man. And I think it's going to carry over into the weekend. Oppenheimer has had like a limited re-release, right? To get people buzzing about it. But yeah, those are really the only two movies opening up this weekend. This is last weekend's box office. So, Renaissance, what do you think, guys? Think about this. It's probably going to get chopped in half. So, it's going to make around 12 million, maybe 10 million this weekend. Boy and the Heron is really the only theatrical release opening. And that's animated. And it's international. And as you've seen there in my press, or sorry, my theater listings, it's all primarily, actually, Landmark's not even playing it. That's weird. And they're not even playing Godzilla anymore? Godzilla only played for a week? What are you guys doing? Oh, no, Godzilla's still playing. Good, and it's still in the IMAX. Yeah, why isn't Boy and the Heron playing here? That's weird. At the Landmark. But it is playing at the Galaxy Cineplex, so yeah. Will that cut into the box office? Is it going to be big enough? I don't know. Because traditionally, the Japanese ones, they don't get like the crowd that would be going to see movies like Troll or Wish. But maybe. It's PG. It's a little bit more older, but for movie fans, yeah. And I would love to watch Miyazaki films with you, but I've seen reactor channels get striked and taken down for reacting to Miyazaki films, which sucks because I would love to watch Princess Mononoke with you, one of my favorite films. I don't know. We'll have to figure out a way to work around it. Yeah, V Cunha lost her channel because she reacted to all of them, and it sucks, man. And yeah. So I don't know if it'll be enough. I tell you this though, I won't be shocked if Hunger Games retakes the #1 spot. Now, Hunger Games will be in its 4th week. No, Hunger Games won't. But Godzilla minus one, because of the week release here, there's only that one animated film. Godzilla minus one also could be up there, but I'm thinking it'll go Renaissance #1, Boy and the Heron #2, Hunger Games #3, Godzilla 4, and then Trolls #5. Um, Silent Night, John Woo's it. No, thumbs down. Everybody who saw it hated it, didn't want to go see it. Monty Python Holy Grail had a re-release last week. Eileen gets a little bit more. I want to see Eileen when it gets a wider release. That's that Thomas and Mackenzie Anne Hathaway movie. A woman's friendship with a new coworker at a prison facility where she works takes a sinister turn. I do like Thomas and Mackenzie. Last Night in Soho was awesome. So when that gets a wider release, we'll be watching that one for sure. I hear good things about Anne Hathaway in that one. But I think it's going to be Godzilla minus one, Hunger Games, and Beyonce will be kind of like, yes, we're not running up against Wonka. Because next week, Wonka opens up. Wonka will be #1. Wonka and Poor Things open up next week. So, yeah, Wonka should be in the $30 million range. Should be. We'll have to wait and see. Will Hugh Grant being an Oompa Loompa be enough? But that's what's opening up this week, guys. Are you going to go out and see any of them? As you know, I am. So we'll have to see where the chips fall. Let's take some live comments from Chris Schober. I went up to Walmart yesterday and got Indiana Jones and Dial Destiny. They didn't have 4K there. Oh, bummer. And I was disappointed that they didn't have the 4K for it. Yeah, I thought they said that they were going to have that out. And I really wanted, yeah, did you hear that the new photo of Deadpool 3, James X-Men, and the Deadpool? Well, we looked at some of them. Ryan Reynolds has been trolling a lot of people with the Deadpool 3 trailers and stuff, apparently. He's got, like, things in there, like, that are not going to be in the movie. Wonka gets a week to dominate, then Aquaman 2. And then, yeah, after that, you got Aquaman 2. It's going to be a run to the end of the year. My God, there's only like 3 weeks left, 3.5 weeks left of this year, and then we're done. And then we got a whole bunch of trailer stuff to do, like best of the year, best of December, worst of the year, most anticipated for next year lists to come out. Oh yeah, we're going to be busy throughout the holiday season. So if you like this kind of stuff, come join us here on Mirror Domains, guys. What else can you find here on the channel? Well, we will be watching Leave the World Behind there at 12:45. I'll switch that in the cards, guys. Don't worry about that. And I got to update that thumbnail. I'm not happy about that thumbnail. Movie reviews for Godzilla minus one, Saltburn, Napoleon, and the Hunger Games are all up on the channel right now, guys. Go check that out. We're watching Survivor Season 45, Episode 11, and Hell's Kitchen Episode 10's up on the channel right now. We just watched Episode 10. That was a good episode, really good. Lots of people are really enjoying our Hell's Kitchen watch-alongs. Ramsey, yeah, he always brings it, right? And then trailer reactions for House of the Dragon Season 2 and Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. And of course, then, you know, we do movie news throughout the week, covering all the major headlines of the day. Let's get back into it. And then Nicole Smith is somebody that I admired during her modeling career. Of course, I was smitten by her. Anna Hurricana. The first look at Sylvia Hoeks as Anna Nicole Smith in the upcoming biopic arrives online. So what? Hold on. Okay, so they're going to make a biopic, but it's the girl from Blade Runner 2049, the bad synth or whatever they call them. The evil one. That she was really good in Blade Runner 49. She was very menacing. So she's going to be Anna Nicole Smith? What? No, that's a documentary. So that's her. That's her. Wow. She looks sort of like her. Uh, there's two big things that you got to get right with Anna Nicole Smith. And if you don't get those two big things right about Anna Nicole Smith, then fans may cry foul. Um, but they did a good job of changing Lily James into Pamela Anderson. So those things could be manufactured. And of course, what are those two big things that I'm talking about, Anna Nicole Smith? Her big blonde hair and her vibrant personality. Those are the two key things, the two big things you need to get right about Anna Nicole Smith. Um, it's a tragedy story. She kind of like got taken advantage of um, because of her naiveness. She got put into things that she didn't really want to do. Like she wanted to act. She did stuff like what was it, skyscraper stuff and stuff. Like, and then of course modeling. Then she did marry that old man, the oil man. I mean, everybody was kind of like, I don't know if it was true love or not. But again, I don't know if people were pushing her to do that, which made her look like a huge gold digger and stuff. But I don't know. Do I got that? I've got a limited edition magazine here. It's all wrapped up. I don't want to break the seal on it. From Playboy, it's like a limited edition one. That could go for like a couple $100 now, from what I understand. So I'm going to keep that as pristine as I can. Sylvia Hawkes star alongside Holly Hunter and Mark Duplass. Okay, filming is underway on the project will chart the final days of pop culture. Smith, yes, known for her career in Playboy, and she did like a reality show too, right? That the ditzy blonde persona is what I'm talking about. Her being like forced into doing stuff like that. Like she wasn't really that ditzy. Um, and if you watch a little bit of her reality show and stuff like that too, you can see like the producers pushing her towards that kind of thing, and I didn't like that. Jamie Bell is not in the movie, so we pull up the IMDb. Hurricane, a thrilling odyssey in the eye of the storm of pop culture, and Nicole Smith in the final days. Yeah, and then I guess she got hooked on, I don't know if it was opioids or not, on some pills or something, and then yeah, I just it sucks. So Sylvia Hooks, yeah, she was really good in Blade Runner, and I was like, I want to see more from her. Put some blonde hair on her, maybe. Yeah, that scene there when she's like crushing her hand, Robin Wright's hand. It was like, ugh, wow, the intensity in her face. Where is she or where is he? Yeah, it's like, wow. I don't know much of her work beyond that though. I haven't seen her in anything else. Let's take a look at her resume. Plan A, The Journey, The Devil's Man, Girls in the Spider Web. Is that the Fade Alvarez? Yeah. No, I didn't see that one. So she had a smaller role, and maybe I'll find that and watch that one in my time off here. But yeah, and then Nicole Smith, huh? First look. Wow. So that's the full picture. Looks like she's capturing it though, right? Capturing it a little bit. Have to keep our eye out on that. Next, Jennifer Love Hewitt is in the headlines. Well, that's somebody else that I admire. Let's take a look. Jennifer Love Hewitt would 100% return for I Know What You Did Last Summer and Ghost Whisperer. Well, yeah, we know that we're getting a reboot for I Know What You Did Last Summer. There were reports that she was in talks, so that's good. We can all picture Jennifer Love Hewitt in the big screen breakout role. What are you waiting for? As she goes like this towards the screen and does some jiggling, whatever. I think she's a good actress. And she's a good singer, too, actually. She cut an album, a couple albums. I think I got one of them in my CD tray here. She took time off to do have a family. She's done some TV stuff. She was on Criminal Minds for a little bit, right? Good actress. Hopefully she can come back and do, I know what she did last summer, maybe as a cameo or something. That'd be kind of cool. I want to see a resurgence with Jennifer Love Hewitt. She was one of my teen crushes because we're relatively the same age. I think actually, are we the same age? Let's just take a look. Yeah. Yeah, we're there. Do I follow her on Instagram? I don't know. No, I don't. That's not her there, is it? Like that looks like her. She got a tattoo? That doesn't look like her though.
And a few minutes early. I'm gonna hang out.
Okay, now that maybe it's just the angle of the camera there. It's like distorting her head to the side. She's fun. Cool. I'd like to see her come back for that. Hey, it's not unseen for a movie star to come back to some property that's worked in the past and try to rejuvenate their career. It's happened before. Vin Diesel's done it with Riddick, Fast and the Furious franchise. He came back to that, and look how that worked out for him, except for the fact that it's crashing and burning, but whatever. It is what it is. And I wish her the best of all the careers, and I hope she comes back. I do. I want to see her back. All right, next. Twisted Metal 2 is getting a season 2 at Peacock. Now, actually, I did hear, for the people that did watch it, they said that they liked it. I was a little bit, because I don't have Peacock, guys. Maybe in the new year, I'm going to sign up. I don't know. I can't. There's so many other things I need to sign up for. Apple TV Plus, Disney Plus again, maybe. I don't know. If I sign up for maybe a trial, no, we don't get Peacock in Canada. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to find it through other sources. Because I do like the game. I do like Anthony Mackie. Nev Campbell is in it. So season 2, Twisted Metal. Not to see. Anybody on board with that? Yeah. Next, Coyote versus Acme. Now, this movie got canceled, pulled off the release slate. Was going to have John Cena in it, right? Coyote versus Acme. Paramount circling Amazon, still possible contender for the dish. They pulled it from their schedule, and now it's being shopped around for people to pick it up. It's not just Netflix that made a bid for Warner Bros. Scrapped Coyote versus Acme. Paramount, Apple, and Amazon also have been seen too. So there's a bidding war, huh? Warner's is playing hardball. They want to cover their $70 million and then some. So they didn't want to write it off for tax purposes, but the movie's done. It's all in the can from what I understand. Sony and Apple are not making their bids. Keep checking back. That's all. That's not all, folks, is what they're saying. Yeah. It's curious that they made this movie for $70 million. It's like a blend of live action, right, and cartoon. And Coyote is kind of like fed up of getting blown up all the time. He wants to take out his revenge or something like that. Yeah. We'll have to see how that unfolds. So there's a bidding war going on. We'll see where that lands. People could still see it, maybe, probably. I think it will. It's just weird. You're going to pull the plug on it. You don't want people to see it, but you're going to shop it around to see if someone's going to pick it up and try to make a few bucks on it. Here's the thing: if somebody buys it, then it's the $70 million price tag is not going to be on them because they're not going to be selling it for 70 million. There's still going to be a loss there for Warner Bros. They're not. Nobody's going to pay $70 million for a film that you want nothing to do with. It's kind of like this. It'll be like in the bargain bin. I'll pick it up for $5 million. How about that? But we paid $70 million to have it made. Well, hey, those are the breaks, right? I wonder, is Coyote mute or is there no? From what I understand, there's going to be he's mute. He's always been mute. I don't think he'll ever talk. A story set in the Acme warehouse, the manufacturer of anything and everything that used to be Looney Tunes characters. Dave Green directs. John Cena, Lana Condor, Will Forte. So it had an interesting cast. Kirsten K. Berg. Huh. I don't know, man. You're telling me that it was so terrible? Yeah, there it is there. Like that's a stand-in for it, right? Like it's going to be a cartoon. So he'll be interacting with the real world. And what? There's Will Forte. Injury lawyer. Yeah. I like the Coyote and Roadrunner. Now it was a gag that was only like it was a one-note gag. Hey, the Coyote tries to capture the Roadrunner and always gets maimed or killed. Well, I guess he couldn't die, but brutally beaten up. It was one. We'll see. See where it lands. Next, Mayhem trailer dropped. Mayhem, an action flick, due out next year, guys. I don't know who stars in this. Xavier Gens. It looks like it's very much in the style of The Raid. It looks like it's well shot. I like the color palette for it. Was it? It was already re-released in digital Blu-ray in France, Bifer says. I'll tell you this. This movie is marketing on the fight choreography, right? I'm not expecting thespian acting here from this guy. He doesn't need to be. If it's all about some kind of a revenge plot, let's just take a look at the IMDb. Oh God, that's a long synopsis. Whew. Salmon is an exemplary inmate. A few months before his release from prison, he is diligently preparing for his reintegration. During his leave, his past catches up with him, and an accident leaves him only one choice: escape. 5 years later, he rebuilt his life in Thailand, where he founded the family and he had ways of dreamed of. What the heck? That's not a synopsis. You're telling me the entire movie. Nassim Leyes. Okay. Oh, the director is Xavier Gens. Well, I don't care about the director. Nassim Leyes is the guy. Do we know this? Yeah, no, we don't need thespian acting, but as long as it's competent enough to carry the action, because that's the showpiece, that's the centerpiece, right? Is the action. Is he French? It looks like he's got some French titles here. Maybe that's why it was released in France. France. But let's go back to the trailer. It looks good. It looks solid. It looks gritty. Things are framed well. It doesn't look like it's got a grain to it. I'm getting like shades of like Neon Demon a little bit. Of course, it won't go down that route. Maybe it's the color palette that's giving me that. But it's got like the mob bosses there. Yeah, like this. It looks like the guy's he's able to pull off the action well, and that's why I'm going to go see that. Go see the action. If it plays near me, I will be watching it. Oof! Wow, Mayhem. Mayhem looks amazing, somebody says in the comments. I'm here for it. Hope the trailer's not that bad part. The fight scenes are good. Old Boy vibes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a touch of Old Boy. Yeah. Old Boy mixed with the Neon Demon. A little bit like that, right? If they're going for those long tracking shots during the fight sequences. Be on board with that. When's the release date? What is the release date? Anticipated 2023, it says still. But apparently Bifer in the live chat has brought it to our attention that AK Farang was already digital released and the Blu-ray released in France on VOD. So it's, so it's a French film. Will it be subtitled then? Well, it says Farang there, so maybe it will be subtitled. We didn't actually hear anybody talk in the trailer, did we?
Find them. I'm gonna find them.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like it was going to be French, but who knows? Maybe we'll see. Good trailer though. I thought the trailer looked good. Next, Baghead. Baghead trailer. Hey, you know that I love a good horror movie. Baghead. What the heck is this? Coming December 28th, 2023. So this is going to come out this month, huh? Just under the wire for 2023. A young woman inherits a rundown pub and discovers a dark secret within the basement. Baghead, a shape-shifting creature that will let you speak to lost loved ones, but not without consequences. So you talk to your loved one, and then I guess you're going to get your number punched. Saffron Burrows is in this. Wow. I haven't seen her in a hot minute since what? Deep Blue Sea, right? Freya Allen stars. Freya Allen, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. She's going to be in that, so we'll see her in that. She was in Gunpowder Milkshake. I was really harsh on Gunpowder Milkshake. I love the cast. But my God, that story was just, ugh. You know I love Karen Gillan, guys. You know that, right? Saffron Burrows, yeah. So she's going to be in this movie, Baghead. And the Queen's Head is the pub. So it looks like she's got some thing in her past. Maybe her old man passed on or something. And there's a creature in the basement from the producers of The Barbarian, huh? Well, Barbarian dealt with basements. Yeah, me too. There's something eerie about like basements that just go on, or you find like a secret passage and it like opens up in a secret room. There's an eeriness about it. Like, why is that there? It's, I guess, metaphorical for like a passageway to hell. But this Baghead thing comes out, and at first it looks funny. It looks hilarious, right? Laughable.
We shouldn't be here.
What? It looks like it's competently shot. A little bit of Black Phone with like the basement kind of thing. People being locked in the basement kind of thing, right? Ghosts.
She has the power to bring back the dead.
Now, do we see Saffron Burrows in this? I'm not going to watch the whole trailer here, guys. I'll leave that to you. What, does somebody try to use Baghead for their own selfish purposes? That would be a mistake. Talk to the dead.
You're not safe here.
Pay the price. So this comes out at the end of this year. I don't think it'll be a wide release. It'll be like a small release.
You can't kill her.
Ugh. Yeah, what the heck was that? The guy rips off his face? Is that in a dream or something? Really weird. A little bit of a reveal of the monster there. Wouldn't it be funny if Saffron Burrows was the monster? We didn't see her in the trailer, huh? Baghead, coming soon. Maybe it'll just be on Shudder. Who knows? I'll check it out. No, I don't know. We'll see. Baghead trailer, guys. Did you check it out? Next, Black Mold trailer. What the God, all these trailers today. Black Mold. Now this will be streaming. I think it probably already is. While exploring a decrepit abandoned facility, an auspicious photographer faces off against her traumatic past. Agnes Albright. So, if you watch mold abatement videos or asbestos abatement, you know that black mold that's the worst mold, right? The spores make you very sick. So I'm thinking in this old house, some urban explorers come up.
Delta hand, you don't know how to play.
I guess I think they're going for the fact that the mold will make them hallucinate or something. But you know what? This is an untapped thing. Like, people are doing it. You see it here. Like, there's YouTube channels like The Proper People, and they go into these old buildings that are like you're not supposed to go in, and they wear the masks when they see the mold because they know better. That stuff will make you sick, man, and not just throwing up kind of sick, like cancerous kind of sick. So you gotta be careful about it. It is a very interesting premise. Danger, microbial hazard, microbial. But it looks like she's doing a good job in here.
Doesn't matter if it's true or not.
Yeah. And using these old rundown buildings helps, like, it's eerie. There's an eeriness to it, right? That helps with the atmosphere. And then this looks like it's captured it.
More than enough to make it real.
Yeah. So it'll be one of those things that, is it real or isn't it?
It's okay to cry, little star.
But for the most part, when they go into those old buildings and rundown buildings, it's squatters. It's human people that are in there that scare people away, right? With the bangs and the screaming in the distance kind of thing. And I think maybe that's what we're getting a little bit here. Now, this is going to be on Tubi, guys. So this will be a Tubi release. Watch for free. Maybe on a not busy day here on the channel, we'll watch that one because we haven't watched a Tubi movie in a while, have we? We're not shy for that. We've watched our share of Tubi movies. Have to take a look for that one. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I have in the can. I thought we would go on to some hit or miss. We talked about this yesterday. Jay and Bob, Silent Bob 3, Jay and Silent Bob 3. What the heck am I doing? I haven't had anything to eat yet, for God's sake. Kevin Smith says he's writing a new movie featuring the dynamic duo. I'm kind of like, yeah. Last Tubi was Reese Witherspoon. Yeah, we need to watch more Tubi. Yeah. You guys, I love Clerks and Clerks 2. I think I've softened a little bit to Clerks 3. Just know that when you watch Clerks 3, it's not really a comedy. It's more of a drama about Kevin Smith exercising his trauma from his heart attack and infusing that into the Clerks universe, right? So, no, it's a little bit more like that. And I think I hated it at first, but then I'm like, I see what you're doing, dude, with that movie. But anyway, I like Jay and Bob Strike Back, but the second one where they go to strike back again, and it starts off in the courtroom, and it's like over the top acting by Justin Long. I was like, I can't watch this, guys. This is terrible acting. And the problem is it's because it's all of Kevin Smith's friends. And you can't tell your friend, no, that's a bad take, redo that kind of thing. It's kind of like that. And I hope it's not like that, right? Bring in some professional actors. Well, Justin Long is a professional actor. He just didn't use them right. It's kind of like, hey, we're all friends. Let's turn on the camera and make a movie kind of thing, kind of feel to it. And that's why that didn't work. So hopefully they can forego that. Again, hey, it's a property that made you popular. People like it. People respond to it, sort of, under the right circumstances they respond to it. But where what I thought he had ambitions to make Mallrats 2. What's going on with that? I don't know. We'll take a look. Next. Ooh. Ooh. Why is that flubbing on me? Jonathan Majors, domestic violence accuser, leaves court in tears over NYPD body cam footage. Now, I didn't realize this, guys. Did you know that one of his exes committed suicide, from what I understand? My God. It's just ugly, man. But it does, from what I understand reading this article, there's a path there where it does maybe seem like perhaps he is innocent. But the court, it just has to play all out, right? Um, like the hey, some people want to drag him through the mud kind of thing, and they're this is it. We'll see if he can persevere, or if it gets proven that he is guilty. It's rough. It's rough, but it's on the big headlines today, and it's going to be kind of one of those ones that it's going to be hard to get away from. Okay, so they're predicting around 10 million for Boy and the Heron. It had 2 million in Thursday night previews. That's about what we said when we did our analysis, right? Because we said Renaissance will be around 10 to 12 million, right? Boy and the Heron could be up there. Yeah. Next, James Gunn named Person of the Year from Time? No, from PETA. PETA, the animal people. Yes, because they said that Rocket. Remember Rocket Raccoon and people, the PETA people gave their endorsement to Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because it was about animal abuse. We all saw it. We all acknowledged it. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good, wasn't it? It was good. They should be very happy with that trilogy of movies that they've got. I know I'm a little bit mixed on the second one. It does pay off with Yondo or whatever at the end. James Gunn, Person of the Year, according to PETA. Next, speaking of PETAs, I need some breakfast. I need some breakfast. Next, just scroll the headlines. The story behind Five Nights at Freddy's movie explained. What story? What are you talking about? Fans of Hayao Miyazaki should check out his underrated 1992 gem. Dune 3 script is almost done. Denis Villeneuve hopes to return to Arrakis one last time. Yeah. So Dune 2 will cover basically the events of the David Lynch film. And then Dune 3, I guess, is when he goes off to marry Princess Aurelian and leaves Chani behind, which is going to throw people a little bit of a curveball. It's kind of like, well, I thought that he loved her. Well, he does, but he's got to marry the princess for political reasons to protect Arrakis. And then it goes weird by people transforming into weird worms and stuff like that. I don't know if, Dune can't go to that part of the story because it'll just throw people off. It's already on a little bit of a shaky ground being sci-fi, but I think Dune Part 2 is going to come out next year and blow people away. But good to see that Denis Villeneuve is hard at work on the third script. Poor Things comes out next week. Yeah, we know about that. 10 sequels to blockbuster franchises that are a turn-off-your-brain fun. That's an interesting headline. What do you got? Back to the Future Part 2? Yeah, the time travel stuff is a little bit, doesn't really work when you start to think about it, but I had lots of fun with Back to the Future Part 2. Part 3 is the better one, though, I think. What do you mean turn off your brain for Return of the Jedi? What are you talking about? So this list is automatically disqualified because of this. Get this list out of here. Nah, I don't want to, you disqualified yourself. Get out of here. Next. Bill Skarsgård. Guys, he is going to be our Crow. And I'm not getting... I'm getting reports that the Crow movie reboot that he's going to be in, he doesn't actually put on the makeup until the very final shot. And if they did that, the Crow movie is going to crash and burn in monumental fashion. And there's going to be a plot line of him being addicted to narcotics or something. It's not sounding good for the Crow reboot, man. It's like the people who made it didn't understand what made the Crow popular. But if he doesn't put on the makeup, the Crow makeup, until the final shot, there's going to be outrage. You can't bounce back from that. Ethan Hawke discusses his return as the Grabber in the Black Phone 2. Well, probably because he's out doing press for that Leave the World Behind movie, right? Let's take a look at what he said. Yeah, the entire cast is coming back for the Black Phone 2, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm guessing there'll be flashbacks or something. Or, you know what? Black Phone 1 had dealt with ghosts. Ghosts were established, so maybe the Grabber returns as a ghost, in ghost form, right? So he said, ultimately, Hawke trusts the Black Phone director, Scott Derrickson. Yeah, they did work together both on Black Phone and Sinister, which is the better movie. Sinister is the better movie, but the Grabber. If you're a performer, I have a love for all those different genres, all the ways to tell stories. I've spent my life trying to push myself to do different kinds of things. The director, Scott Derrickson, is brilliant, really brilliant. And if he asks me to do something, I'll do it. Black Phone 2. It's in the works, guys. It's coming down the pipe, so we'll have to keep our eyes out for that. Slated for June 27th, 2025, so still a year, 2 years away, right? Have to see on that. He did a good movie with Selena Gomez where he was like, he stole her car with her in it, kind of thing. That was cool, right? Selena Gomez confirms she's in a relationship with Benny Blanco. No! Well, I hope this is Benny Blanco. I don't know who that guy is. Really? Well, hey, as long as it makes you happy, that's what I say. I don't know. Obviously, it's not the situation where you're looking for breeding stock for your children. If she's going to ever have children, I don't know. Maybe she can't. Don't put your foot in your mouth, James. You're just going to make an ass of yourself. Yeah. Jason Statham. Just wish them happiness. There. That's all you need to say. Jason Statham explains why he has no appetite for a superhero role. I like old school 80s movies. But here's the thing about Statham too. He knows he's got a range. He's got a very small wheelhouse of stuff that he can pull off convincingly. He doesn't have the dramatic chops to go in there and do like a heavy dramatic role. Although I'd like to see him try. I would, but he's got like that action stuff going for him. He's good in the Meg movies. That's the kind of schlock that he goes for. And he works really well with Guy Ritchie. Right? Sicario 3 is in the works, yeah. Denis Villeneuve's Emily Blunt has another sequel on its way, and here's what we know about. Now, I heard that they were going to try to bring back Emily Blunt for that one, but I don't know if that one's... We'll see. Kurt Russell responds to possible return in Big Trouble in Little China sequel. We could slap John Carpenter around a bit. Is it going to be a sequel? I thought it was going to be a reboot with The Rock. The Rock wanted to be back in this, right? So what did Kurt say? We never say never. If somebody wanted to write a great script that was better than the first one, if it had something new to say, I don't know. We could slap John Carpenter around a bit and say, come on, John, let's go do this. Yeah, I thought it was The Rock. But I think it would be better suited for Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa's got that. He's got the same kind of flavor that Kurt Russell brought to that role for a sequel. I don't know about the sequel. I know that there's been a long time standing effort to get a reboot off the ground, and I don't know. I don't see that one ever coming into fruition. Whoops. All right, guys. We are going to have to wrap things up here because we'll go over to the Twitterverse and then that'll be it, because I do want to make sure that I give myself enough time to have my breakfast and relax a little bit. As I said, it's going to be a long day for me before we get to the Leave the World Behind, and in just over an hour. Let's take a look at the Twitterverse. Zac Efron, Harris Dickinson, Jeremy Allen White for Iron Claw. Yeah, those guys got they got lean. Iron Claw is still one of my most anticipated of the year. We don't need to dwell on their shirts off. James. Denis Villeneuve reveals the script for Dune Messiah is currently under the works. Yeah, we just talked about that. Gladiator 2, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, and Paul Mescal. That's a cool photo, eh? So, guys, is he going to be in... hey, if Joseph Quinn and Pedro Pascal were in Gladiator 2, are they going to be working together again in Fantastic Four? I hear Fantastic Four is going through some casting troubles. Like, they thought they were going to go full steam ahead with some people, but they've done some, camera tests. And some of them are like, well, these people don't really have good chemistry together. Well, if Pedro Pascal and Joseph Quinn, who would be up for the Human Torch, and Reed Richards, if they work together on Gladiator 2, then I don't think there should be an issue that way. I think the casting issues may be Invisible Woman, because they said that Vanessa Kirby was in the front for the running for that. I don't know. Lighthouse stars Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe reunited. Or was that at the Poor Things premiere? Barbie is in the finalists for visual effects. We know that. Oppenheimer will not be nominated for visual effects. Well, here's the thing about Oppenheimer, guys. It was noted even before the movie came out that Nolan he was shooting for realistic, like he like that explosion that we saw was real. Now it was on a smaller scale, but he wanted practical, which is why I'm thinking, like, why was Killers of the Flower Moon if most of it was practical sets? What are you talking about? I like this. Does it compare to this? Yeah, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania nominated for Best Visual Effects because of this. There's your. It's like, no. Please, someone strike that from my memory. Hannah Waddingham and Octavia Spencer are set to star in an assassin series described as Thelma and Louise meets Jack Ryan. Well, they're both talented. She's out doing like a musical thing right now, right? She's singing and dancing. And now Octavia Spencer, she's great too. She's got a lot of range. That horror movie, Mother or M or something or whatever, where she's like the creepy stalker mother. She's got different gears in her of acting that I want to see more. Amy Adams will star in an untitled thriller from the writer of The Imitation Game. Okay, so basically, she's going to be working on another project. Why is that? I don't know what that is. Florence Pugh voices 2 characters in The Boy and the Heron, so I'll be seeing that this afternoon. Ma, Bifer says, yeah, Ma. Florence Pugh, she's 2 characters, huh? Yeah, this is why I want to watch the English cast, because of Florence Pugh and Robert Pattinson. Kristen Stewart, she always takes a good photo. Hannah has an amazing singing voice. She's doing a Christmas variety show. Our Glass Viking says, oh, okay. Yeah. Good for her. Yeah, Little Mermaid was not nominated for visual effects. Which is weird because Melissa McCarthy, some of those scenes with her, I thought were really well done. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Farewell to Arms. All right, I think that's where we picked up yesterday. All right, guys, that's where we're going to wrap up for today. I know it's a little bit shorter, but hey, we're here busy today. So come join us in just over an hour, around 12:45. We'll be watching Leave the World Behind, and looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. And then I'll be running out to see The Boy and the Heron. Hit that thumbs up button, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time here on Mirror Domains.